What is going on, everybody? Crazy Dog back with my Browns Ravens Week 18 game preview as our 3-13 Cleveland Browns wrap up the 2024 season on the road in Baltimore, Maryland at M&T Bank Stadium as they face off against the AFC North leading 11-5 Baltimore Ravens, who of course have a chance to clinch the AFC North with a win on Saturday at 4:30. Yeah, the Browns are technically the first game of the weekend on ESPN. So how about that? They got us on national TV after all. No flexing us out of this one. Oh man, I think we already know how this game's gonna go, right? Just based off of what's at stake. I mean, obviously the Browns are trying to get a top 5 draft pick. I believe they are currently sitting in third in the draft order. But if things go right this weekend, the Browns could easily get the number 1 overall pick. And of course, if they get the number 1 overall pick, I don't know what they're going to do. Are they going to go quarterback? Are they going to take Shadur or Cam? Are they going to shock us all and take Travis Hunter number 1 overall? Or are they going to do what a lot of Browns fans think they're going to do and trade down? Because I'm telling you what, there are going to be a lot of teams trying to get that pick to take a quarterback. Because in their minds, they're going to be like, do the Browns really need a quarterback? Kinda. I mean, we have Deshaun, but he's coming off yet another injury, and my God, he was ass this year. Like, it's crazy though. Like, heading into this season, we were like, man, if Deshaun looks anything like he did in Houston, we gonna be good. If he even looked a little bit like last year, because remember, before he got hurt last year, he was actually good. Yeah. Like, I don't know what the hell happened. Like, is my dude's shoulder completely hooked or something? And now he's coming off, what was it, an Achilles? And he's a running quarterback. Yeah, it's going to be tough to come back from that, right? He's already got low-key noodle arm. Now, if his mobility took a hit, oh my God, he might be cooked. Honestly, I would not be shocked if the Browns literally just paid Deshaun to stay away. And for those wondering, couldn't they just cut him? They can't because they restructured his deal. So he'll be here next year. It's just a matter of, is he going to play? Which I don't know if he will. I talked about my thoughts on the QB position in a previous video. I said that our QB room next year will most likely be Deshaun, a rookie, and a veteran. So we'll see what happens. But it's crazy when you really think about what a difference a year makes, right? Last year at this time, the Browns were getting ready to rest their starters against the Bungles after they had clinched a playoff spot against the Jets the week prior. Remember that? That was a fun game to stream last year. That was so much fun to watch, right? And now you watch this team this year, and my God, what the heck happened? I know, Joe Flacco's not here. It's to wonder, what would this team look like right now if they kept Joe Flacco around? Well, how about this? What if they yanked Deshaun Watson earlier, right? If they didn't let an injury take him out, if they had just pulled the plug on him and benched him and put in Jameis earlier, what would our season have looked like? No, right? A lot of what ifs. But here we are, 3-13. Most likely going to be 3-14. And you already know this offseason is going to be filled with a lot of questions surrounding the quarterback, the offense in general, the staff, who's staying and who's going. I know Kevin's probably staying. Andrew Berry's probably not going anywhere. But I'm looking at the position coaches because I don't think Jim Schwartz is going anywhere. They're not going to get rid of Ken. Bubba Ventrone, I could see him getting yanked. I could see him getting canned. But yeah, when it comes to the position coaches, I could see a lot of changes there. For sure. You already know what position coaches I'm thinking of. Yeah. But yeah, this is probably gonna be like one of them freaking preview videos where I barely talk about the game because we already know what's gonna happen. Nah, we got a freaking beating waiting on our hands, man. You know, this is like for any of you watching that, you were a troublesome kid when you were younger, right? You do something bad at school and you come home, your dad's not home yet, but your mother tells you, wait till your father hears about this. And you're sitting in your room and you're just looking out the window and then you see the headlights of your dad's car pulling the driveway and you know what's coming. Well, the Browns are the son waiting on the beating, and the Ravens are the father walking in with the belt because that's what's going to happen. I don't see this team really doing anything. I already know half these guys on the roster have their foot out the door ready for the offseason. It's sad that I'm thinking like that, but it's just the way it is. I mean, just watching this team lately, like, they're just out there just to collect a check. There are a few players that have been playing really well, like they're actually trying to do something, like Miles, Denzel, Grant, Jerry Judy. Like, most of the teams is ready for the offseason. And honestly, I am too. Man. So, before I get into the game preview, I do have some other things to talk about. First off, apparently we have our opponents for next year. Yeah. At home, of course, we have the AFC North, and then the AFC East. You have Bills and Dolphins at home again. Lovely. The Titans. And then we get the NFC North, Packers and Vikings at home. And then we host the Niners again. And then on the road, of course, AFC North. Then you have the Patriots and Jets on the road. The Raiders. So we got to go back to Vegas. I think, unless they put us, internationally. And then the Bears and Lions on the road. It's gonna be fun. Yep. So that means we face Caleb Williams next year, right? Mm-hmm. We'll see what the other teams look like. Now, another thing, regards to this game, from Andrew Siciliano, who is the new radio play-by-play guy for the Browns after Jim Donovan retired and unfortunately passed away earlier this year. Wait, didn't he pass away before the Raven game? I'm pretty sure he did. Wow, that's crazy. I, to this day, still believe that Jim Donovan helped us win that game. Mm-hmm. I know he did. His spirit was hanging around the Browns in that on that game. Yep. He's the reason why Kyle Hamilton didn't make that interception. Oh man. But yeah, so from Andrew Siciliano earlier on Twitter, and I quote, Kevin Stefanski says he may play Dorian Thompson Robinson and Bailey Zappi Saturday. They might just do DTR for a half and then Bailey Zappi for a half. I guess. I don't know how they're gonna do it. Not like it matters. And then finally, we got a milestone to talk about, and this is kind of funny. Miles Stone for Myles Garrett. As a couple more sacks last week for Miles, got him to 14 on the year. And he is the only player in NFL history to have 14 sacks in 4 consecutive seasons. And of course, we wasted this year with a garbage team with a quarterback who didn't even look like he knew how to play the sport anymore. Was this team ever serious at all? I don't think so. No. They didn't have the push to be great this year, the drive. They didn't have that ambition. They weren't try harding it like they would usually do, you know? Clearly, they weren't locked in. Because if, honestly, I was the coach, I would have yanked you know who way earlier and put in Jameis just to see what would happen to try to save the season. These guys made no effort at all to save the season. And now the pressure is going to be on because, you know, would Jimmy Haslam be able to tolerate back to back losing seasons? Right? We'll see what happens. We'll see how aggressive they are in the offseason. Because I believe they have more flexibility now with them restructuring Deshaun's contract. I don't know what they're going to do. I mean, we'll see what they do in free agency. I don't even know if I'm going to do videos like that because the last couple I've done, they haven't really done anything. We'll see what they do, though. I do expect them to be pretty aggressive because, again, the pressure's on now. The fan base essentially wants Andrew Berry either promoted or fired. I don't know, man. Honestly, I think he's more likely to be promoted to like a higher up position, and then they hire a GM who can actually build a roster. Let Andrew Berry work with the cap stuff and get a guy who can build a solid roster. Because I know in the past, I talked about Andrew Berry went to the Howie Roseman School of Roster Building. No, 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 no. Not roster building, cap management. Yeah. He went to the Howie Roseman School of Cap Management, not roster building. Yeah, I thought I'd say that. All right, getting into my keys to victory. Or not victory. Because we ain't winning this damn game. I'm being real. All right. Keys to victory. Which in this case, victory is top pick. Don't care. Get out healthy and maintain a good pick. That's pretty much it. I don't care. It's week 18. I'm ready for this season to be over. Honestly, the last couple of weeks, I woke up on Sundays and it's like, oh yeah, the Browns play. I used to be, excited for Browns games. This year it was like, I think I didn't want to do it, but I did it anyway because I'm a psychopath. And then my player to watch, Myles Garrett. I just want him to get the league lead in sacks. Might as well. And then my prediction, yeah, Ravens 28-9. Yep. Talking about a team that can't even get in the end zone right now. And it's so funny because you watch this team with Jameis, and yeah, Jameis threw a crap ton of interceptions, but there's one thing I liked about it. The offense was moving. Look at the game against Denver. I mean, damn. When was the last time this Browns team did that? Right? I mean, the amount of offense we saw, bro, it was like a completely different game compared to what we've seen the last few weeks with DTR. And here I thought DTR was actually a pretty good quarterback, but now we see why he was a late round pick. He's more of a project. Kind of reminds me of Deshaun Kaiser. Hate to say that, but it's true. So, yeah, that's it. So, after this, it's on to Black Monday. We'll see what happens in terms of the coaching staff. And if I hear anything regarding, coaches getting canned, I'll have a video on that. And then when we hire our coaches, I'll make videos. So, because I'm sure there's going to be changes. There will be changes. There's no way they look at this coaching staff and think, yeah, we like it. We're going to keep everything together. No, no, you can't. You can't just blame it all on the quarterback. It's other aspects too, like the offensive line forgetting how to block for the vast majority of the season. Now, of course, it'd be nice if our quarterback could actually play football, which he seemingly forgot how to do. But yeah, I'm just glad the season's over. You could just tell in my tone. It's like, waking up on even Sunday after this game, because again, we play on Saturday. So I'm just glad we get this over with. You know, first game of the weekend, get it over with, and then enjoy the rest of the weekend. So that'll be fun. So as far as any other streams coming up, I'm gonna most likely try and do the Vikings Lions game because I gotta stream a good game, right? Seems like all the non-Browns games I stream actually turn out to be good, so I'm gonna stream that one. That's gonna be a banger. You already know. Usually I don't like to stream like those kind of games, but I have to. That's a banger game waiting to happen. So I'll be probably live for that. But that's all I got for this one. And yeah, shout out to everybody who rode with me this year, and hopefully things get better for next year. Now, when it comes to content for the Browns this offseason, expect the same stuff. Rumor videos. And of course, if we fire any coaches, I'll be talking about, who we're going to hire. And then free agency, I'll be doing target videos like always. Probably not going to be the big names like you'd expect, but there'll be some decent names, I'm sure. I'll be doing target videos for that. And then draft content. Of course, 2 mock drafts, my full first round and my Browns only. I'm only doing 1 mock draft again on draft day because that's what I do. Because mock drafts are stupid. Even though we have a top 5 pick, I'm not going to do like a billion mock drafts. Nope. I used to be a mock draftaholic, but nah. No. I'm only doing 1. The one and only. And then instead though, I'm probably going to do like what I would do for the free agents. Draft target video series. Talking about like 5 or 10 guys that I would love the Browns to draft. So, yeah, that's going to wrap it up. And yeah, shout out to everybody who rode with me this season and on to the off season after this one. So, with that being said, I'm Crazy Dog. Let's go, Browns. One more game. Finally. All right, guys. I'm out. Go, Browns. I'm out. Bye bye.